Is this Lamb?
Hi, this is him.
Hi, this is Meelah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for being interested in wanting to talk to me.
Yeah, definitely. Um, Let me just start out by asking, since you're no longer part of the group 702 and you've embarked on a solo career, tell me about what you're currently working on.
Well, you mentioned my son, of course. So,
Yeah.
I've just been being mommy for, you know, the last 2 years. I've just totally shifted my focus into parenthood. So,
Hmm.
I took a break for a while, and now I'm finally ready to get back, out there. I'm just like having withdrawals. I'm like feeling and itching to to just release some new music and do what I love again. So currently I've been in the studio. Finally,
Hmm.
I've been blessed with the opportunity to, work with some awesome people, and people are, waiting patiently, and they're still showing me so much love and interest and support, which only ignites my fire and makes me even, hungrier. And I'm so humbled and honored that people even want to hear from me. It's been such a long time.
Hmm.
So I've just been working on some new solo material, and hopefully, I can share some with you all soon, give you all some little teasers, get some
Hmm.
feedback.
Okay, great.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Speaking about being a mommy, how do you feel like that being a mother has affected your career, and how has that altered your plans? Take me through that a little bit.
It definitely affects your career in, well, I guess everybody's different. It depends on the individual as well. For me, it doesn't stop your life. It definitely doesn't, you know, mean that you cannot pursue your dreams anymore. Uh, but it does kind of alter things, because I know for me, I'm no longer, my number one priority.
Hmm.
It's about my son now, and so it just kind of alters things. I have to think about him first, before I go to the studio or just jump on a plane and do things spontaneously as I used to. I have to say, okay, wait a minute, let me make sure my son is straight first. Let me make sure, you know, he's good and he's not going to be, lacking anything from my end, my love, my attention, my affection. You know what I mean? So it just makes you have to think twice before you just say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to do this and do that.
Hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Like, hold up.
Yeah.
Check for my son first, but thankfully, I'm not doing it alone. I have a great support system. My mother actually just relocated from Las Vegas for me because she knows that I want to get back into this music thing. So she's like my number one fan. So she just like totally dropped everything she was doing in her little life in Vegas, and came out here to help me with him. And also I am with his father. So thankfully I'm not a single mom.
Hmm.
So that's always great as well. So I'm very blessed.
Okay, cool. Talk to me a little bit about 702 and at what point you decided to, leave the group and go on a solo career.
Um, well, 702's last record was in 2003, which I still
Yeah.
can't believe. Oh my goodness, the time flies. And let's see, our last release, which unfortunately was kind of fizzled and burned before it even had a chance to see the light of day. Um, it was it was our album. I like to call that was, our Let's Try Again album,
Hmm.
because we've done good. We had some pretty decent success. Unfortunately, after the second one, like after the rise of Where My Girls At, this kind of it just kind of started. Things started taking a turn for the worse. Unfortunately, I'm getting the good swing of things, and I fit in the groove, and we just started to have some problems. And I think that took a toll on us in so many ways, emotionally, personally, visually. And so we had been going through some things for a while, and I decided that I was at the point where it just wasn't healthy for me to be part of the situation anymore because things had gotten pretty. And before I was in an unhealthy environment, I decided to just walk away. And especially after the last album, I had such disappointing sales. It just like, that put the cherry on top of the cake. Like it was like for me, It's like, okay, this is not working. We tried third time, and it's just unfortunate that nobody's fighting, and it's not to play the blame game and say, oh well, it didn't work because this, that, and the other. It was just, it just didn't, So I got to the point where I decided I still have to make a living.
Yeah.
And kind of just took a mental break for a while. I just stepped away for a minute, and then I decided a couple of years ago, I'm like, okay, this is what I love to do. This is my passion. Clearly, this is what God gave me this gift for. So I didn't want to just all together stop singing and stop doing music just because 702 had kind of, dissipated and reached our demise as a group. So I said, okay, I'm gonna carry on. And a lot of people have this misconception that I left the group because I was the lead singer, and I had this ego of like, well, I sing everything anyway, so I'm gonna go solo. I don't need the girls, and that's definitely very last thing that it was. There's nothing of the sort. Like I said, because we just wanted the problems. Excuse me, and it just everywhere we looked, like left, right, it was just problem after problem.
Yeah.
And it got kind of ugly, and I was just like, this is not even worth it. So, the ladies went on and lived their lives, and I continued to pursue music. And so I'm just so grateful, like I said earlier, that I'm even able to, try at this thing again. I just feel really blessed.
Yeah, cool. Let me just say though that third album you guys did, Star, definitely should have done a lot better than it did. And the single, I Still Love You, man, that one, I just think a lot of people didn't get it, but that single was amazing.
A lot of people didn't get it. That is so true. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for saying that. It was a toss up between that and I Still Love You, which were both written and produced by the Neptunes. The label was just, I think, kind of torn between which one should have been the first single. I think they were getting I think they'd already decided that Star was going to be the single, but it was getting I Still Love You was getting a lot of positive feedback. And so at the last minute, they were like, oh, maybe we should make it I Still Love You. And, everybody was confused. We were like, oh, I don't know. Like, I love I Still Love You. That was like one of my favorite records on that album. But I think being that we had been gone for so long, I think we had like a 3-year hiatus, and we were just so concerned, like, okay, are people going to understand I Still Love You? Is it too slow? Is it like, what do we do? But at the end of the day, of course, the label has the last say.
Yeah.
And they went ahead with Star, but they didn't really push it. And it just flopped, and they didn't want to spend any more money after that, so they didn't even care that I Still Love You was doing such great things on its own. They were like, oh, budget blows next.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's too bad.
So sad. It was just over just as quickly as it began.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's too bad.
Yeah. But, hey, everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, how would you describe the sound of the music you're doing solo in comparison to the sound fans are used to hearing from 702?
I can't even really put it into any type of descriptive verbalization for you, honestly. Like, it's not a huge departure from what I was doing with 702. However, it is, I'd say it's growing. It's something that it's definitely an evolution, because I wanted to establish my. However, I did want to consider 702's core audience, and what made people fall in love with us was this particular sound. So I'm trying to stay true to that. At the same time, I'm being very experimental and thinking outside of the box, and not doing things that people are pretty much expecting or thinking I'm going to do because I was in 702. I think I've found that a lot of producers that I've sat with like to throw me stuff that's, I guess, typical of 702. And I'm kind of like, no, I'm not that girl. I don't listen to just R&B. You know what I mean? Like, I love listening to all genres of music. I am very open when it comes to doing different and new things and innovative things. So right now I'm still kind of, like I said, experimenting. I haven't really pinpointed my sound to a T yet. But it'll definitely be still, no matter what the music sounds like, full of soul, full of beautiful harmonies. And hopefully you can just hear the passion, the conviction, and the love that I put into it.
Yeah. Cool. On your Twitter, I've been reading about how you've been in the studio with a personal favorite, and that's, Musiq Soulchild. So
Yeah,
tell me what that experience has been like, and that sound he's helping you create, and how you guys work together.
that has been, oh my goodness, such a blessing and an honor. Dude is like a living legend to me. He is so talented. It's been really cool. That's another guy that you just wouldn't even imagine is, he's musical, but I think a lot of people have this perception of him, being just a certain type of musical because he was, stuck in a genre when he first came out and labeled as, neo soul. So a lot of people think that, like, we're going in that direction, but he is so versatile, and he's been producing tracks for me, and I just know people are going to be, like, so surprised, like, who did that? Musiq Soulchild did not do that track.
Yeah. Wow.
So we've been just experimenting, man, and just doing, like, all types of different music together, because he's the father of my son, part of me as well.
Okay.
So it's just been interesting because it's like we're together, we have a baby together, we like we live together, we're starting to work together now. So it's so interesting because, like, I don't see him as like Musiq Soulchild now, not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still a fan, but I'm, now it's like, okay, that's my boo and my baby daddy. So it's so interesting.
Yeah.
So in the studio, when I see him, I'm like, okay, this is Musiq Soulchild. He's totally different in the studio. He gets in there and just, wow, he puts on all hats, and dude is so super quick and talented, and just the things that he comes up with are just insane.
Yeah.
So, yes, oh my goodness. So we just been, writing songs together and creating what we think would be just refreshing. It's refreshing to hear.
Yeah. It's real cool.
Yeah, it's been a really great experience. I'm learning from him. I'm really learning a lot from him.
Yeah.
Introduced me to so many different, new things and different artists and different types of music, different ways to approach music. It's totally opened my eyes to a lot of different things in terms of just speaking the music language.
Yeah, that's cool. I hate to ask, but can you give me the inside scoop on when his album's coming out?
I don't mind you asking. It's cool. People are waiting. They're like, I'm itching to hear that music.
Yeah.
I don't used to asking. He's actually currently finishing up. He's been with us for a while now. He's been working on it for a while now, and y'all will not be disappointed. So
Great.
he will. I can't give you a date because he doesn't have a date yet. But hopefully, I know every time people, like, we're out and about, people come up to him and ask him, I always hear him say, hopefully the top of the year, the new year. So
Yeah.
hopefully he'll have something soon within, like, the next couple of months.
Okay.
They should be wrapping things up. They should be ready to release.
Cool. Thank you. Talk to me a little bit more about Twitter, because you've been out. You last released the album with 702 back in 2003, and then you're coming back. What type of love have you been getting from fans on Twitter and all that? Because that's a totally different way to interact with your fan base. And talk to me about that.
It is totally different. Honestly, I just joined Twitter this year, back in May, so I'm kind of late. For whatever reason, I was kind of just anti the social network. I wasn't on Facebook. I wasn't on Twitter. I just wasn't into it. I was just like, oh, thanks, but no thanks. And I had to soon, slap myself and figure out, like, this is the way to reconnect with, you know, your supporters, your loyal supporters. This is the way to reconnect with the people that truly love 702, you know. And I learned that as soon as I got on Twitter, like I'm talking about, in a matter of minutes, I got so much. It was like an outpour of just love and positivity. And it's so funny now because I used to be like, I'm not getting on Twitter, and oh my God, now I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to it now. I mean, my manager Corey, he fusses at me all the time. He's like, look, you need to be on Twitter even more. Like, you gotta just really make yourself available and, you know, speak to your fans. And I'm like, I know it's not that I don't love them back. I promise you. I just, you know, I'm a mommy now, not to make that the excuse for everything, but I just get a little preoccupied at times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? This is what people tweet about. They tweet about every little thing that's happening in their lives.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, all right, I gotta set my Twitter game up. I gotta get my account verified. Let me just tweet everything. So I mean, I'm having a good experience. Like it's been really fun. I find myself on Twitter more than Facebook. Like I'm guilty of being biased and partial. So I'm partial to Twitter now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I love Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's funny. I wouldn't even been able to, you know, look up what you do and the privilege of doing this.
Exactly.
I've been on Twitter.
Yep.
And honestly, I've done like a few interviews via Twitter. Like I've had, you know, at least 3 others, 3 or 4 others, all set up via Twitter. So shout out to Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Very cool. You know, talk to me a little bit more about. You mentioned you're working with Musiq Soulchild, but is there anyone else you're currently working with in the studio, or someone or people you'd like to work with for this album you're working on?
Oh my goodness, I'd like to work with so many people. But I gotta be real, I'm just so excited to, man, and I know this might sound like, you know, a cliche answer, but I'm so serious. I'm just so happy and feel so blessed to be doing this again that I'm willing to work with anybody that wants to work with me, you know. Seriously, it doesn't even have to be, you know, a A-list, big name producer. I just want to work with whoever is just as excited about working with me as I am with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just in the business of making good music. Like it ain't even about a popularity contest. And, you know, all the name drops and I got this person, that person on my album. I just want to get in and create magic, you know. However, of course, a girl can dream. I would love to work with like I think he is incredible at what he does. I actually got the chance to reconnect with Missy, who
nice.
I mean, she's like a sister now. Like, we have such a chemistry. You know, I've been knowing her since, when did she first come into my life? Like 1996, 95, 702. So, like, off the bat, we just have chemistry. So, we've been working together, not on a consistent basis, but here and there, you know. She'll reach out and I'll go out and we'll just start vibing, you know. Like, we haven't completed anything yet.
Yeah.
But we're off to a great start, so I'm excited about that. And who else have I worked with? I'm in Atlanta now, based in Atlanta now. I was in LA for like the last 2 years, and I just moved to Atlanta about a year and a half ago. And this is like, you know, the little capital for producers and songwriters, and, you know, it's just like, I'm living everybody's out here. So I have yet to make my rounds, because a lot of people don't even know that I'm out here, so I'm like, I need to holler at Dream and Tricky, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I would love to work, you know, with that camp, of course, because hey, they make it. But so far, I've just been working with, you know, up and coming producers, and I've been working with producers that aren't necessarily up and coming, but that have been around for a minute, but they're just so low key that you don't even know them like that, but you know their music, but, you know, they're like really, really bad. Like,
yeah.
A guy, you know, real young dude, super talented. He's done songs for everybody under the sun. His name is Ronnie. Like, I've worked with him. He's incredible. up and coming producer Nico. He was really cool. So I think he's trying to make my rap. Like I said, you know, I'm happy to have. Right now, I have a pretty broad, you know, selection of producers that I've been dealing with, and I'm not finished yet. I'm gonna try to work with everybody I can. I don't care if I have 50 songs.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work with everybody, and you know, if you're listening, if you're interested, I'm open to submissions. People have been asking me about that on Twitter. You know, they've been wanting to submit things, and I'm definitely not one to just turn anybody down just because, oh, I don't know you. You know, I don't mind listening at all.
Yeah.
And if I feel like it's something that I want to do, by all means, I'm gonna try to, you know, make it happen. So.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And how can they reach you to submit something?
I've been getting out, I got like 1,000 emails, but the best, the best one is, let's see, which one have I been giving out, Lord, I forgot. I know I gave out my Yahoo and I'll just give them my Gmail. They can email things, songs, or even just lyrics, concepts, whatever, to, Meelah, meelah.w@gmail.com.
Okay, cool. I'll make sure I get that in there.
Cool, thanks.
Cool. So, I want to talk to you a little bit about after your second album with 702, you took a little bit of a hiatus, and I know you were working with Faith Evans, you know, under her. Tell me about what that experience was like.
You know, it's such a small music world. I actually worked with her with 702 as well. She wrote a song for 702, I think for like maybe for the second album. We ended up not using it, but we would always sing it on the note. Like, we loved it, even though it didn't make the album. But we met her, you know, through Missy back in the day, so I kind of already knew her. And then once I was on my little hiatus, yeah, we kind of reconnected, and at the time, she had a management company, and but she was kind of like managed by her and her company. That was just, I mean, she's just vocally a beast, you know, and all around just an amazing artist to me. So I felt just so lucky to even, you know, be under somebody with that type of celebrity. I just always looked up to her, even in high school. I would listen to her music, like, she was just dope. So I got the privilege of writing with her on, you know, a lot of her stuff, co-writing with her. So that was something that I'll never forget. And I worked with her for a couple of years, and, you know, eventually, like everything else, it was right, of course. But I was so grateful to have been able to, you know, be under that umbrella and see her in action and writing and how she gets down in the studio. So that was just really dope.
Yeah, cool. And you know, as a huge fan of Aaliyah, I gotta ask you about a rumored song, "Candy Girls," that you were supposed to work on with her, or it was completed and never got released. I'm not sure about the background, but I was hoping you could fill me in on that.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, really? Okay, because it's on your profile here.
With Aaliyah, you know what? People put things on YouTube, you know that, and just
yeah.
They run with it. I mean, it's all types of stuff that I discover on YouTube about me, and I'm like, what? Where did they even get this? The closest connection that I had to Aaliyah musically, because of course, you know, I had established, you know, like a cool little friendship with her through Missy, of course. We just used to be around each other here and there in the studio. 702, she gave 702 like a cameo appearance in her It's Your Girl Only Knew video. So, you know, I definitely was around her, but as far as working with her, I never worked with her musically. But the closest connection I can say that I did have to her musically was when I did a song with Missy. It was myself, Missy, and Genuine, and it ended up being like the song that Missy released when Aaliyah passed away. It was like dedicated to her.
Yeah, Take Away.
Yeah, Take Away, so.
Okay. I guess that rumor was false then, unfortunately.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I would have loved to have worked with her some kind of way. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
She's just such a sweet spirit.
That's too bad. And now I want to ask you about Stilo. When you first, were coming out with the track, did you expect it to become the hit that it became, and to this day, people still consider it a classic? How did you feel?
I love, can I just say, I had to pause for a second because that is still my jam, okay?
Yeah.
I love Stilo. It's just something about that record to me, and I mean, maybe I'm saying this because, I was a part of making it happen, but I really feel like even, how many years later? Goodness gracious. It came out in 96, it's 2010. What? Almost 2011, like over 10 years later, to me, I still feel like it goes hard. I just do. Like, I still feel like, because I've been places, like in New York at, clubs or overseas even, like out at a party and randomly they'll just play it and it still sounds good to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how you can hear some stuff from back then and it's like, I mean, of course you still enjoy it, but you can tell like it's a little dated.
Yeah,
like, okay,
exactly.
That's the old school. Like, still has, there's still something about it that's it has this current appeal. Did I think it was going to be that for us? I don't even know. I wasn't even thinking about the level of success. I just knew I was 17. I had a record deal. I had just graduated high school, and I was like, this is life. I got a song on the radio, and, I was on my way to college, but instead I took a detour and I've got an album out. Like, what?
Yeah.
It was so much going on that I wasn't even thinking about the success of the song. I was thinking about, oh my God, is this really happening? Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. Wow.
So, I'm just, oh my God, I was just happy that, we got to work with Missy on that one, and that's kind of like where that sound started. That sound, came from with 702. Like, she was on that record at the time, and, that was like when she was getting ready to blast off with her career. Now, what I will say is, I didn't know that her career was going to end up how it did.
Oh,
Not
wow.
because she wasn't as talented.
Yeah.
Not because she was talented. She was so talented as a songwriter, producer. But just because, oh my goodness, it's like, like I said before, we established such a close relationship. We were like really friends back then, and she was like the homie,
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's like this huge, hip hop female legend. Like, really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, people just blow up right before your eyes, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. Like, I'm happy we were able to get her for a minute before she blew up like that.
Yeah. That's cool. Let me actually just ask you, through your association with Missy, because I'm a huge supporter of the group Play It and also Static, who passed away. Did you ever have a chance to work with Static or know him or anything like that?
I did not get a chance to work with Static, and when I tell you, that was one of the most talented writers I had ever crossed paths with. I tell you, he was so talented. I think I may have been around Play It a couple of times here and there, just because we were around, like, Missy and Tim over the years, and I would see them sporadically, maybe in the studio or something. But I ran into him when I was still living in LA, probably about 3 years ago. About 3 or 4 years ago. And I was out and I ran into him, and I stopped him and I said, I'm about to start working on some new music again. Like, I really, really want to work with you, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was out to me, and, he showed me nothing but love, of course, and he was like, absolutely, we exchanged numbers, and unfortunately it never got a chance to happen, but I think he's so dope. I was so happy for him when Lollipop came out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So excited for him.
Yeah.
Talented dude, gone too soon.
Definitely. Cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's actually all the questions I have for you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, other than the fact that, I'm finally back in the studio, and hopefully, like I said, I'll have something to share with everyone soon. If you're not following me on Twitter already, please do so. I so appreciate the support. And that's at It's Meelah. That's ITSMEELAH. And I'm also on Facebook, Meelah, MEELAH, all caps. Also, what else I got going on? Just did a little photo shoot with Derek Blanks a couple months back. You can check out some of the pictures on my Facebook, and I'm actually gonna probably shoot with him again, some more stuff. I'm all into experimenting and trying new things. I want to go and try like a different look. I think I need a different look. I think I've been looking the same since 702, okay? Which is not a bad thing. I'm grateful that I still, can pull it off, but I'm just really interested in wanting to just try some new things. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for all the love and support. Like I said, it's been an outpour of just positive vibes, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much to all of you guys who are following me on Twitter, and even if you're not, it's all good. Just thank you for hearing what I have to say. And thank you so much, DJ Slam, for wanting to do this with me.
No problem. Thank you so much, Meelah, for this great interview. I really appreciated it, and I wish you the best of luck.
Oh my gosh, anytime. Yeah. If you want to call back, if you feel like you've got some more questions, call back.
I appreciate that, definitely. But best of luck. I'm really looking forward to hearing the new music. So,
I am too. I'm so excited. Like for real, this is the most excited that I've been. I really think so. Like I've recorded over the years. While I was on my hiatus, I would always go in the studio, but now it's like, I don't know, I'm just really super excited.
Yeah.
Maybe the inspiration is different, the motivation is different. So, cool. I can't wait to know what everybody thinks.